Thanksgiving found me at the far end of my sister's table. Marin stood at the head, lifted her champagne flute, and smiled with all her teeth. "We took a vote," she said, bright as tinsel. "You're not family anymore, Sella." Laughter popped around the table. Glasses chimed. My mother, Evelyn, folded her napkin into a perfect square. My father stared at the turkey as if it demanded silence. I laced my fingers together in my lap until they stopped shaking. "Then you won't need this," I said. From my tote, I drew out the thick folder I'd carried all morning and set it beside the gravy boat. Its weight did the speaking. The porcelain rattled. Marin's smile stuttered. The room cooled. That was the ending. To understand it, you have to go backward. On postcards, we looked harmless. Matching sweaters, trimmed hedges, cursive wishes about peace and joy. Inside the house, everything ran like a ledger. Evelyn cheered. Paul abstained. Marin sparkled. I did the arithmetic. When Dad's insurance balked at a dental bill, I paid it. When Mom's balance ballooned, I slipped in a transfer. When Marin's car died, the mechanic's estimate somehow became a spa package. No one asked how I was. They asked if I could send it today. "Must be nice," Marin chirped once, eyes sweeping my small kitchen. "No kids to torch your credit." I laughed on cue, the family metronome. Then came her call. Her voice was sweet and practiced. "Just a tiny favor," she said. "A little cosign on a business loan. A wellness cafe with her boyfriend, Derek." "You mean my name," I said, "and my credit." Silence answered. After that, invitations moved without me. Group chats I never saw produced brunches I never attended. My feed bloomed with photos, mimosas, outfits, hashtags about boundaries. I scrolled through bank statements instead. 5 years of transfers, favors, midnight pickups. A pattern emerged from the numbers. I wasn't loved. I was leveraged. So I printed. I labeled. I dated. I cross-referenced. I built a folder heavy enough to land like a gavel and waited for November. On Thanksgiving morning, I dressed like a witness, not a guest. Gray coat, clean hair, no jewelry. The air outside had that metallic cold that wakes you into yourself. I drove past the bakery where I used to prepay pies for everyone and let its window glitter without me. By noon, the wreath on my parents' door hung in the same gold circle as always, the kind of tradition that assumes it will never be questioned. "Look who decided to come," Evelyn said when she opened the door. Paul hovered by the TV studying football. Marin's laugh carried from the dining room. Derek moved between kitchen and table, loading plates. Dinner performed itself. Candles, pressed linen, casual cruelty. I kept my tote at my feet and my breathing even. Under the table, my fingers brushed the folder's spine like a swimmer tapping the wall. Halfway through the meal, Marin rose and tapped a spoon against her glass. "Before we carve," she said, "an announcement." She didn't look at me. She looked at her audience. "We voted. Sella's not family anymore." The chorus arrived on cue, laughter, clinks, a too bright finally. I felt only stillness. No rage, no surprise, just confirmation. "Then you won't need this," I repeated, placing the folder between the gravy boat and the centerpiece. Its thud cut through the room. Marin smirked. "What is it, a bill?" She pulled the first page free. The smirk slid off. Derek leaned closer. Evelyn smoothed the tablecloth. Dad's gaze finally left the television. "It's a record," I said, "of love measured the way you taught me. Numbers, dates, transfers, and the messages you never answered." Marin swallowed. "This is insane." "It's exact," I said, opening the next section. Derek dragged the folder toward him. "Who's Alyssa?" he asked. He had found the part I'd nearly omitted. A hotel invoice, 2 ticket stubs, a printed selfie not taken in their apartment. Each page dated and matched to withdrawals I'd been told were emergencies. Evelyn's hand hovered over the paper. She took in the margin notes, my handwriting beside every total. "You kept track," she whispered. "You taught me to," I replied. Dad cleared his throat. "We can talk about this," he said. "We don't have to ruin dinner." "We just did," I answered. From my coat pocket, I drew a smaller envelope and set it beside the folder. Since there was a vote, here's mine. Power of attorney revoked. Joint accounts closed. I've removed myself as guarantor on anything with my name. I won't finance anyone at this table again. Marin's voice went thin. You love humiliating me. I love myself enough not to fund you, I said. Pay your own bills. Tell your own truth. Silence followed. Then Derek pushed back his chair so hard it scraped. You lied to me, he told Marin. About Alyssa. About the cafe. About everything. He left his napkin in a crumpled hill and walked out without his coat. Evelyn tried to sew the scene back together. Let's carve, she insisted. We can put this behind us. In that attempt, I understood everything. There was no apology big enough to balance this ledger. There was only my boundary. I stood. I closed the folder and left a stack of copies where the dessert plates should go. Thank you for dinner, I said. I'm done being useful and unloved. No one stopped me at the door. Outside, the cold bit clean. The sky was a hard blue that felt like a decision. My phone buzzed in my pocket. I turned it face down in the cup holder and drove home. In my kitchen, I cooked for one. The quiet didn't feel like punishment. It felt like proof. I ate at my own small table. That night, I slept without rehearsing comebacks. I woke to a room that answered only to me. Peace didn't ask permission.